A lot to be proud of here in Fairhope. Definitely one that everybody's going to remember for the rest of the season. How can you guys top that for the rest of the night? How'd the rest of the night go? Since 2017, the winner of this Spanish Fort versus Saraland game every year has gone on to win the 6A Region 1 title. We talked about it at 5 o'clock. Spanish Fort yet to be tested because they had won each game by an average margin of 27. They got that test here tonight. Definitely one that the fans and myself enjoyed. Check it out. Congratulations to Viger for making it to the semifinals. They're actually the only Mobile area team still playing in the playoffs. So can they take that next step and make it to the Super 7? They're only one win away. One more thing we got to mention, how Braylon McReynolds, 177 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's just in the first half. For the first time ever, HBCU athletes took center stage as they look to improve their draft stock at their very own combine. Viger came into this season with 2 goals, beat their rival Blunt High School and win a state championship on December 3rd. Now it's mission accomplished, and they did it in typical Viger football fashion. Since then, he's taken his game to the next level at Mississippi Valley State, and this weekend he'll look to take that next step towards the NFL right here in his hometown. For 3 years, Jerry Garner lit up the field as a tight end on the Davidson football team, but come his senior year, his coaches had a new challenge for him.
I had never played linebacker before, so when he moved me over, it was a new task for me.
A task that he was more than ready for.
I love defense, so I like hitting people.
On defense, Garner helped Davidson finish 9-1 his senior season, getting them to the playoffs for the first time in 3 years. Then it was off to Mississippi Valley State, where then linebackers coach Jeff Sawyer sold him on becoming a Delta Devil.
He look out for his players from Mobile because he's from the area, so that's really what made me go there. I felt like I was wanted, felt like I was needed.
Garner wasted no time making an impact. 6 games into his freshman year, he made his first start leading the team in tackles, on his way to winning MVSU Defensive Rookie of the Year.
You get that first recognition from, what you've left on the field, and people recognizing it just means a lot.
After finishing with multiple All-SWAC team appearances, Garner now turns his attention to the NFL, which for him means a trip back to where it all started.
Man, that's major. The first ever from Mobile, first ever on HBCU Combine, man, means a lot. Yeah, I feel like that's a major accomplishment in my life.
This weekend, he'll go for another accomplishment when he and 39 other HBCU players take the field for the first ever HBCU Combine. He says it will mean a lot not just to him, but to other players in the future.
And I feel like me going through that is going to inspire some folks behind me, some young men behind me, that whatever you're going through, whatever it may look like, you can still make it. If that's your dream, keep pushing, keep going. What God got for you is for you.
Just put me on the field and not see what I can do. I'm going to show you what I can do.
That's the mindset D. Anderson has had since he started playing football in his home state of Texas, one of the toughest places to play high school football.
If you can play Texas high school football, you can play almost anywhere. No doubt.
After a breakout high school career that saw him break his school's record for most receiving touchdowns in a single season, the former top 20 player took his talents to a loaded wide receiver room at LSU.
It was always competing. Us, me, Justin, Terrence Marshall, Jamar Chase, everybody competing.
Anderson says that competition pushed him day in and day out for 3.5 years. Then it was time to break out on his own. After spending 1 year at Oklahoma State, Anderson took advantage of the extra COVID year of eligibility.
I just felt like, okay, let me go to another program, give it another try, and let's go ball out. Let me go somewhere where I can ball out.
That's when he met up with Alabama A&M's coaching staff, and then one of the greatest quarterbacks in HBCU history, Akil Glass. Anderson says it's an opportunity he couldn't pass up.
Everything that he's done, the records he's broken there. So I was like, oh yeah, that'll be a great match.
And a great match it was. Anderson finished the season with a team-high 12 touchdowns and a spot on the 2021 All-SWAC first team. All good enough for an invite to the HBCU Combine this week.
That's big. Like I'm a part of I'm one of the 40 involved in the first HBCU Combine, so that's a big blessing right there.
With a chance to realize his NFL dreams, Anderson's looking to do what he did last season, put on a show, and help put HBCUs on the map.
Not just me, but I'm ready for all the HBCU players to put HBCUs on the map right now. It's an opportunity.
Yeah, well, it's a little different. I got on a different uniform. Not putting on a helmet certainly feels a little different.
Trading in a helmet for a headset. Former NFL quarterback Phillip Rivers taking the field at Fairhope Municipal Stadium for the first time as head coach of the St. Michael Cardinals.
It's different kind of nerves today that you have in a good way. I think it's just because you care. You care about it. It means something to you. You care for these kids and families in this school, and it's kind of your first go at it.
Handle the football. Get in here. Get a break. Y'all know where it's going.
Tonight's game, a real family affair. Rivers' brother Stephen coaches with him. 2 of his sons were ball boys, and the rest of his family packed the stands to take it all in. His dad, also a former coach, knows it's a new challenge for his son, but says some things never change.
Football season on Fridays, we get up that morning and one of us, Joan, or my wife or me, would holler, "What day is it?" And what time is it? And he'd holler back from down the hall, "It's game time." So he texted me and said, this morning, and said, what time is it?
The Cardinals have won just 5 games since they started playing in 2017. Pat Murphy's son, Josh Murphy, is the starting quarterback. As a junior, his son has seen a lot of change, but has loved getting to learn about football and life from his new coach.
I think just the excitement and the enthusiasm he brings to the game, and just the knowledge that he's giving our kids, not only in football, but in life, and how to be a good student, how to be a good man.
And while this is only game 1, everyone can agree the future is bright for their coach and this team.
He's making us proud because he could still be in Indy playing quarterback in the NFL. But he's here helping these guys become better citizens, better people. That's what coaching is all about.
You can ask any kid on the field, and they feel like they're going to win tonight. They believe they're going to win tonight. And so I think that's the big change in us, is the confidence.
As the top college seniors took the field for the first Senior Bowl practice, there's a lot of position battles worth keeping an eye on, including the defensive backs group, which features Mobile's own Roger McCreary, who prepped at Williamson.
Like my last time playing college ball, and it's here in my hometown, so everything about it was great.
Auburn head coach Brian Harsin came to watch his former standout defensive back practice with the American team.
So I wanted to be out here and get a chance to watch him. Did a great job. I'm proud of Roger for who he is, and obviously excited about what he's able to do on the football field.
On the other side of the ball, South Alabama's Jalen Tolbert is looking to separate himself from a loaded wide receiver group. That also includes former Saraland Spartan Velus Jones Jr.
A lot of these guys are special. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, and I think the special part about it is that we're able to come together and work on everything together.
But there is a little added motivation for the McGill-Tulane grad, playing one last time in his home stadium.
It's a blessing. I was looking forward to this for a long time, coming back, to Hancock-Whitney and, essentially playing my last game in here.
Today's practice saw a lot of one-on-one matchups between the 2 hometown players.
251 versus 251, we've been talking about that. Obviously he's on my team. We hang out in a hotel, so we've been looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to competing with him for the rest of the week.
Something that can only make them better as they get closer to the big game on Saturday.
I told Jay, we gotta go up against each other. He said, yeah, we already know. So that's what we did, and we try to make each other better. We both make each other better, and I feel like that's great for me and him in the future.
Next drive for South, Jake Bentley hits Jalen Tolbert on the quick out route. He spins away from a tackle and takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for the Jags. 3 plays later, Bentley fakes the handoff and gets it to a wide-open Trent Tyer for the touchdown to tie the game up at 7. On the ensuing kickoff, Southern Miss loses the ball on the return. Devin Rocket recovers and gives the ball back to the Jags on the 23-yard line. South makes it count. They're deep in the red zone. Bentley rolls out and hits Kareem Walker, who puts his head down and runs his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Jags take a 14-7 lead into the half. On to the 4th quarter, Trey Lowe trying to make something happen for his team, but Davin Flanord is there for the interception. He will go untouched into the end zone. It's a pick 6 to seal the win. Jags run away with this one. They beat the Golden Eagles 31-7.